empty your mind. Cast away every thought, and they will lighten. Collapsed on the ground, gasping for breath, Goku slowly began to understand. This woman hadn't put him to the test to destroy him, but to guide him toward the path he needed to walk.
A long time passed. Goku no longer knew how many years or moments had slipped away, for time in this world had lost all meaning. The only thing that consumed his mind were those crushing chains that bound him. Gradually, he began regaining control over his body, resisting the unbearable weight. Each time he fell, he rose again with greater resolve, until at last he managed to stand firm beneath their overwhelming pressure. The mysterious woman watched him in silence, before speaking calmly. "It seems you've begun to understand the nature of this place, but don't celebrate too soon. All of this was merely a prelude to the true training." Goku's eyes widened in shock. "What? All this was just a prelude?" She smiled faintly and replied, "Escaping this place cannot be achieved through physical strength. It happens only when you silence every particle of thought within your mind. When you reach that state, only then will we speak of a way out." For a brief moment, hope flickered in Goku's eyes, but she swiftly shattered it with her cold tone. "It will not be that easy." She raised her hand again, and new chains appeared, this time burning with fire, flames hot enough to melt stone itself. They coiled around his body, filling the void with a crimson glow. Goku screamed, a searing cry that shook the emptiness itself. Yet death did not exist here. His pain repeated endlessly without release. Amid the inferno, her voice rang sternly, "Beware, Goku. The more you focus on the pain, the worse it will become. Your goal now is to sever every thought, every sensation, to reach absolute stillness." Struggling within the flames, Goku muttered hoarsely, "Goten, for you I will endure." But the moment he invoked his son's name, the pain grew worse, tearing another scream from him. In that instant, he realized that even cherished memories were a burden. He could no longer distinguish between the agony of thought and the purity of focus. And so, his true training began, in an endless sea of fire and madness.
10 whole years had passed in the outside world, but within that void, time meant nothing to Goku, while his body and soul crumbled under the weight of endless training. Each time he completed a stage, the mysterious woman increased the intensity. Goku collapsed onto his knees, drenched in sweat, his breathing ragged. He looked at her and spoke in a hoarse voice, filled with despair and anger. "How long? How can I still be helpless before this training, even with my new transformation, the one even kings couldn't withstand? Just tell me, who are you? Until now you haven't revealed it, even though you know my name. How?" She slowly lifted her head, her tone carrying a deep sadness as she replied, "I lived before the Age of Angels. I was there when there was no ordered universe, no realms. I raised the children of the Grand Priest. I was their adoptive mother." Goku's eyes widened, his body froze in shock, and he exclaimed, "The mother of the angels? Is that even possible?" She didn't answer directly, only whispered in a low, somber voice, "Not all truths are meant to be spoken, Goku. You have a purpose. Focus on it, for time is running out." But Goku couldn't stop thinking, muttering to himself through his pain. Her past, it must have been unbearably harsh. How could the angels abandon her? Her power surpasses even the Grand Priest himself. So how was she imprisoned here? At that moment, Goku noticed something new, a flash of shock in her eyes, like a spark. It was as if she had sensed something happening outside. In a hidden, shrouded place, the Grand Priest stood with sinister intent, surrounded by the super dragon. As he whispered his final words to grant an unknown wish, a blinding light erupted, altering something within Zeno himself, as though the priest intended to bring about a complete change in the royal order. The priest thought to himself, "If I could end your journey now, I would. But no matter. I will dismantle it, step by step." Inside the void, for the first time, the mysterious woman's scream echoed across the endless expanse. "Hurry, Goku! Focus completely now! You don't have time to finish every stage!" Goku froze at her sudden outburst, unable to understand her urgency. But before he could ask, the pressure on him multiplied in a terrifying surge. The chains weighing him down grew unbearably heavy, as if gravity itself had declared war on him. Gritting his teeth, he struggled to resist. Meanwhile, in the real worlds, the gods of destruction finally set their plan into motion. The skies above Earth darkened with dense black clouds, the entire planet trembling as all the gods of destruction descended together, standing united on a single world for the first time in history. It was a sight beyond belief. The remaining fighters, Krillin, Piccolo, and Android 18, stood frozen in disbelief at this spectacle. Belmod, the god of destruction from Universe 11, stepped forward as their spokesman. He spoke with a clear, chilling voice. "It is truly unfortunate that your hero has abandoned you. We will end this story without any joy. That is the least we can offer in memory of Beerus, and for our honor as destroyers." Together, they raised their hands, destructive energies converging in the sky above. Chi-Chi, who had already lost Goku, Goten, and Gohan, looked up at the blazing heavens with tear-soaked eyes and whispered in a broken voice, "I've lost everything. Death now is nothing but peace." But before the destructive energy could be unleashed, a thunderous cry shattered the silence.